that the producers, far left-wing activists in Hollywood, are turning on her, and Disney has canceled all of Rachel Zegler's appearances on their media platforms. Kind of tough.
And there is no resolution in sight for the Walt Disney Company when it comes to Snow White 2025 at the box office. This is exactly why Bob Iger, the Disney CEO, is in pure panic mode over not just the Rachel Zegler backlash, but the entire backlash surrounding this movie in general.
After months filled with drama, criticism from the public, and strong reactions from fans, Disney has finally announced that it will be making a new version of Snow White. This news follows the backlash over the last remake, which starred Rachel Zegler and received a lot of negative attention. Many people believe that the earlier version was one of Disney's biggest mistakes in recent times. At a private gathering for media professionals, Disney leaders explained that the upcoming project is meant to fix past errors and take the story in a better direction. They admitted that the previous version didn't meet expectations and hope this new attempt will restore the classic tale's charm. Fans are now watching closely, hoping the next version stays true to the original magic while still feeling fresh and respectful. Disney seems determined to bring back the love and respect audiences once had for this beloved fairy tale.
Just how once trusted critics that shilled for the Disney company all the time, even they are beginning to turn their back against them. That's how bad this movie truly is. Even if you look at the IMDb rating score, that's when you really know how terrible this movie is and how it really hit rock bottom.
This new version aims to bring back the charm of old-fashioned storytelling, showing the studio's effort to win back the trust of viewers. Over time, their bond with fans of all ages had weakened, but this project hopes to change that. The version, starring Rachel Zegler, was first introduced as a fresh take, highlighting themes of female strength and independence. However, it caught a lot of attention because it made major changes compared to the classic 1937 movie. These differences sparked strong opinions, as many people grew up loving the original. Now, the studio seems focused on balancing a modern message with the magic and tradition of the beloved story, hoping to connect with both longtime fans and a new generation.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Super weird.
So we didn't do that this time.
Yeah.
The studio thought it was making progress by taking a modern direction, but many fans didn't agree. Online platforms were quickly filled with negative reactions. People especially criticized what Zegler said, as her comments were seen by many as disrespectful to the original story. Her remarks about the prince being unimportant and the love story feeling strange spread fast and led to a lot of discussions. These opinions caused disappointment among longtime supporters of the classic. What was meant to be a bold new step instead turned into a heated topic and created frustration within the fan community.
Resentment.
After one hell of a PR tour, Disney's live-action Snow White is finally, I know.
People working inside Disney said that the strong backlash surprised the company leaders. When the movie was first shown in early test viewings, the feedback was just okay. Not great, but not terrible. However, things took a turn once the official trailer came out. That's when fans, especially those who loved the original version, along with movie experts and online groups, started expressing their disappointment. Many were upset because the film had been changed so much from what they remembered. Their frustration grew quickly, and Disney didn't expect this kind of reaction from the public, which made the situation even worse.
That despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them,
she's a good actress,
that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Wow. The ego on this girl is ridiculous. Wow.
The criticism wasn't just intense, it continued for a long time. For several weeks, social media was filled with trending hashtags that criticized the direction the project had taken. Many people were upset and they didn't hold back their opinions. This put a lot of pressure on Disney, and their public relations team had to work nonstop to manage the situation and protect the company's image. In response to all the negative feedback, and to help separate themselves from the controversy, Disney has now revealed plans for a brand new Snow White film. This upcoming project is scheduled to start filming towards the end of 2025. It seems the studio is trying to take a fresh approach and give the classic story another chance, possibly hoping to win back the audience's trust and create something that will be better received by fans and viewers across the world.
And you have parents looking at Disney being like, what are you doing, guys? Like, this is supposed to be a place where magic happens, and all you're doing is indoctrinating kids, and you're having this person be the poster child of the Democratic Party.
Even though Disney hasn't shared the official cast yet, the studio made it clear that this new version will bring back the heart and charm of the original animated film. They plan to revive the emotional connection, classic characters, magical songs, and the fantasy vibe that many felt the last remake completely missed. The choice to create another version so quickly after the last one shows how serious Disney is about getting it right this time. It also highlights the pressure they're under to deliver a successful film that connects with fans and brings back the magic they remember.
Look no further than what Disney is doing with their woke, DEI, feminist agenda.
The company is facing increasing criticism for its recent trend of turning animated films into live-action versions. Many of these projects have not been successful either with critics or at the box office. There is concern that the Snow White name could be damaged permanently if things don't change. To fix this, the company plans to create a new version of Snow White that stays closer to the original 1937 story. At the same time, they want to add a few small modern touches. Executives hope this updated but familiar version will win back fans and restore the film's reputation.
Tell me if this is attractive to you. Like, does this, imagine you invested into her being the face of the movie and she's the main character and she's trying to promote the movie. Would this make you want to go watch the movie when she's starring in it and she's the main character?
The creators say the updates will be thoughtful and not aimed at changing history. One of the producers explained that the goal is not to correct something that was never flawed, but rather to present the classic ideas in a more modern and respectful way. This new approach is very different from the last attempt, which many people felt tried too hard to take apart the original story. While Disney hasn't shared any exact details yet, there are already a lot of rumors about who might be in the cast. The excitement and curiosity around the project continue to grow.
Worth of IP for Disney, but she also has destroyed her career and the careers of anybody who worked on the movie.
People working behind the scenes have shared that the filmmakers are looking for a main actress who has the grace and beauty of old Hollywood stars. They want someone who not only looks the part, but also has a pleasant personality and a strong, singing voice. In the past, issues came up because of things said outside of the movie, which took attention away from the story. This time, the team is planning to manage public appearances more carefully. The cast will receive better guidance on how to speak to the media, making sure everything they say fits the movie's message.
The producers, far left-wing activists in Hollywood, are turning on her, and Disney has canceled all of Rachel Zegler's appearances on their media platforms. Kind of tough.
People working behind the scenes have shared that the filmmakers are looking for a main actress who has the grace and beauty of old Hollywood stars. They want someone who not only looks the part, but also has a pleasant personality and a strong, singing voice. In the past, issues came up because of things said outside of the movie, which took attention away from the story. This time, the team is planning to manage public appearances more carefully. The cast will receive better guidance on how to speak to the media, making sure everything they say fits the movie's message.
We'll still offend the dwarves, but we'll CGI dwarfs. So we'll guarantee no employment for little people while getting rid of this other component that warranted CGI. It was the worst decision they could possibly make.
People working behind the scenes have shared that the filmmakers are looking for a main actress who has the grace and beauty of old Hollywood stars. They want someone who not only looks the part, but also has a pleasant personality and a strong, singing voice. In the past, issues came up because of things said outside of the movie, which took attention away from the story. This time, the team is planning to manage public appearances more carefully. The cast will receive better guidance on how to speak to the media, making sure everything they say fits the movie's message.
You could look at the fact that she has been sabotaging this film for years at this point, all in this sort of pursuit of an
Reports from Disney's consumer products division show that millions of dollars worth of inventory remain unsold, causing a major financial loss. Analysts warn that the company cannot handle another failure linked to one of its key brands. In Naudem, Response to these challenges, Disney has brought in a new group of creative professionals to lead the efforts for a reboot. This team is expected to turn things around and restore the company's commercial success by revitalizing one of its most important properties. Disney is hopeful that fresh ideas will help recover from the recent setback.
Every way that Disney changed the story, it changed it for the worse.
The screenwriter, based on early reports, is recognized for skillfully combining emotional depth with well-developed character journeys. The director, whose identity will likely be announced soon, has experience in both animated and live-action films that have attracted worldwide audiences. The production company is optimistic that this collaboration will add richness, emotional impact, and a universal connection to the new adaptation. Their goal is to create a version that resonates with people from all walks of life, ensuring that both the storytelling and visuals engage a broad audience. This partnership aims to strike a balance between heartfelt moments and compelling characters, ensuring the film appeals to a global demographic. With the director's versatile background and the screenwriter's talent for crafting meaningful narratives, the team is hopeful this will result in a successful and impactful movie.
Resonance to the new version.
It's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about
she's gonna die.
true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
The new version of the classic story will stay mostly true to the original, but some updates will be necessary. Sources reveal that the beloved forest animals, adored by fans of the original, will return with upgraded animation. This will combine practical effects and CGI to create more lifelike and dynamic characters. The dwarfs, too, will be reimagined carefully, ensuring that there are no issues like those seen in the last film, where they were either excluded or redesigned in a controversial way. Music will remain a key part of the film, with a mix of fresh, new songs added alongside iconic, restored tunes such as Someday My Prince Will Come and Hi-Ho. These songs will help keep the classic magic alive while introducing something new to captivate both old fans and newcomers. The updates are intended to keep the heart of the story intact while enhancing the viewing experience.
To everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them,
one of the most significant changes is Disney's choice to bring in veteran animators and consultants who had previously worked on classic princess films. These experts, who played a key role in defining the look and feel of Disney's Renaissance era, are now being consulted to help with the tone, pacing, and emotional depth of the new projects. Disney's leadership believes that reconnecting with the company's artistic origins is crucial for restoring trust and goodwill with audiences. The first press release about the project took a surprisingly humble approach, acknowledging that the company had made mistakes in the past, though without specifically calling them out. This effort seems aimed at showing that Disney is learning from its earlier missteps and is committed to returning to what made its past films so beloved. By involving these experienced individuals, the company hopes to recapture some of the magic that made their classic princess films so iconic.
Disney responded by scaling back the premiere. I don't know that anyone really showed up to the premiere. The Rotten Tomatoes reviews are looking pretty bad, and they did, it seems like they tried to tweak a few things, but this movie is bad.
Disney has long been known for creating stories that leave a lasting impression, and Snow White is one of its most iconic classics. Recently, the company made it clear that it wants to honor the original stories that helped shape its legacy while also adapting them for modern viewers. A statement from the studio said that this new version of Snow White is being developed with respect for the original and with a goal of telling timeless stories in a way that connects with today's audience. Although the message was subtle, it showed that Disney understands how carefully it must approach this remake. Rachel Zegler, who was once at the center of attention for her role in West Side Story, became the target of widespread criticism after being cast as Snow White. She had given several interviews meant to promote women's empowerment and to explain the new direction of the film, but her comments were seen by many as out of touch or disrespectful to the original movie. While Zegler later said that her words had been misunderstood or taken out of context, the damage had already been done. People on social media reacted strongly, and her involvement in the film quickly became controversial. Because of this, her role in the project has since been reduced. No official announcement has confirmed whether she is still attached to the film, but sources suggest that Disney is quietly moving on and looking to start over with a clean slate. Zegler herself has not commented recently and seems to be stepping away from the ongoing debate. For Disney, this change is not just about casting. It's part of a broader effort to shift the focus back to the film itself, rather than the drama surrounding it. Fans have had mixed feelings about the new announcement. Some are skeptical, still wary of how the original remake was handled, while others are more hopeful. Online discussions reveal that many people still hold a deep connection to the original Snow White and want to see it done right. "I just want the magic back," one fan wrote, expressing a desire for the music, the romance, and the enchanted forest that made the first film so special. This response reflects what Disney is hoping for, to regain the audience's trust and rebuild excitement. The new film is scheduled to begin early production in late 2025, and Disney is aiming for a spring 2027 release in theaters. Marketing for the film will begin well in advance, with teaser posters, music previews, and behind-the-scenes content designed to build anticipation. The studio is also planning to bring back Snow White themes to its amusement parks to create a sense of excitement leading up to the film's release. It's unclear if this strategy will succeed, especially considering the backlash from the last attempt. However, Disney is making it clear that this isn't just another movie update. It's a chance for the studio to fix a public relations issue and prove that it can still tell fairy tales with heart. If they can balance the charm of the original with modern values, this new version of Snow White might become something truly memorable. Internally, the company is putting a lot of effort into making everything just right. From casting and costumes to music and lighting, each part of the movie is being carefully designed. Multiple departments are involved in making sure the film reflects the quality, emotion, and storytelling that Disney is known for. Executives are paying close attention to every detail, trying to make sure that nothing feels out of place. What makes this reboot different is that it isn't just about money, it's also about restoring Disney's reputation. After years of criticism about how it has handled remakes, diversity, and storytelling, the company is under pressure to prove it can still get it right. People are no longer simply looking for entertainment. They want stories that are meaningful and respectful of the past, yet still fresh and relevant. Even those who have criticized Disney in the past say that if any project can bring the magic back, it's Snow White. The original film was the beginning of Disney's journey into animated storytelling, and many believe that a successful remake would show that the company still has the power to inspire. This is why the stakes are so high, not just financially, but emotionally and symbolically. Whether Disney can live up to the challenge remains to be seen. But the company seems committed to learning from past mistakes and taking a new approach. They want to tell a version of Snow White that makes fans feel like they're stepping back into a world they once loved, while still bringing something new to the table. This time, Disney isn't just making a movie, it's trying to remind the world why people fell in love with fairy tales in the first place.